3, 5. G'day, this is Gauntlet Role Playing Group Online, and I'm Blake, your keeper, dungeon master, whatever you want to call it. Today we're playing Dungeon World set in the Nentir Vale. X cards on the table, of course. If the players want to introduce their character and sort of describe what people see as the camera pans towards the character walking through the wilderness. David, do you want to go first?
Yes, I am playing Elevor, who is has a little farm in what is the name of the city? I can't remember.
Fallcrest.
Yeah, a little town in the outskirts of Fallcrest.
Fallcrest.
Yeah, which mostly seems to serve as an excuse for him to collect as many animals as he can. Because he is an animal guy. Mechanically, he is a druid who can talk to animals, change shape into animals. He looks just sort of like a rustic peasant, talks like a rustic peasant, but it's a rustic peasant who can turn into a wolf and maul you if you talk back to him. And so he's a fairly simple fellow. He's not out to remake the world or fight the great evil, but he's found himself going head to head with all sorts of nasty monsters, and still sort of figuring out what that means for him.
All right, Michael, tell us about Fraxinius.
Yeah, so Fraxinus is a dragonborn immolator, and he appears as basically a humanoid with a dragon's head. I think they have tails too, and he normally wears a like a green robe with a yellow sash. In the land where he came from a much warmer land, and has been wandering, and is currently paused his travails in the Nentir Vale. He's something of a cynic when it comes to the development of civilization, and Fallcrest is the most developed sign of said civilization in for leagues to go, for leagues in any direction. So he's come around here and he's just trying to keep an eye and make sure that that whatever type of civilization could be burgeoning out of here is not too dangerous. And if that means he has to how he goes about that, I guess will be determined throughout the course of the story. But he hangs out with Elevor because he appreciates that Elevor is man of modest ambitions, at least so far.
Yeah.
And also
unlikely to bring about a civilizational apocalypse.
Exactly, and the fact that I almost did when my fire powers got out of hand while I was trying to control some brushlands through the judicious use of burned fields. The fact that Elevor helped me fix that mess and hasn't declared me enemy to civilization, I appreciate that. So I've been hanging out with him. We've been kind of getting into things together.
And Elvor's not yet made up his mind about Fraxinus. He's like an okay guy, but he's got that weird, dangerous fire thing going on, and the spirits just do not like him.
That's true. You're worried about what I'm dragging around with me, whether it's deliberately or not.
And Elevor is easy come, easy go kind of guy, but he takes note of what he observes, and he's still building up information, but decide what exactly to make of Fraxinus.
Alrighty. So, you're in the Forecrest area. You did some sort of delving into some of the many catacombs and caverns underneath last time.
Yes, horny cloakers.
I've forgotten that little bit.
That continues to be my takeaway. Yeah. Although there is a lot more going on with that that altar we found.
So yes, you found an altar to Vecna, and some notes that someone's been spying on the mayor, indicating the mayor's being blackmailed or paying money to someone under the counter, but you don't sort of know the details. What else is happening? There's a reward for apparently there's been fights going on near the docks at night. Or sorry, near the river at night, where there's river trade.
There's a standing thing for the catacombs that we didn't quite.
Oh, it's not a reward. It's just there might be treasure down there. There might be monsters.
Gotcha.
Go and have a look.
Right.
It's sort of 100% savage rights if you can make it back.
Right.
Yeah, that's all it's going. You could ask around if you're looking for something else, but that's current things you can do. Yeah, and of course you could always just go on patrol as well.
So I mean, I'll just put out there, and this was sort of another PC's thing, but we did in the first session before Fraxinus showed up, we did several of us did take control of a keep about a day's travel outside of town. And if we wanted, that could be a thing we could revisit. Head out in that direction and see what disasters have fallen this place in the past month or so, and deal with them. That's just one option. In addition to the docks and the catacombs and whatever else.
There's still tunnels off the catacombs you hadn't finished exploring. There is, you could hang around in town, try and look for people spying on the mayor or something. Hell, you can go robbing places in town. I don't give a crap. I'm not your dad. It's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, I even just thinking now about my character, I think I've refined a little bit his attitude towards civilizations. I think maybe he's not necessarily on a mission to like knock over any burgeoning civilizations, but he's kind of like, given that he's a being of the Dragonborns, who was one of the prior civilizations, great civilizations that had already fallen before the time of the humans arrived. I think he's kind of like, almost like the jaded, like older teenager who hangs out with the younger teenagers, and he just kind of like rolls his eyes at how impressed they are with themselves that they stuck a mirror out, and I'm like the 18-year-old's like, oh whatever, we'll see how this goes. So he's definitely cynical about civilization, but he may just he may just be the kind of person who likes to pretend he's like all over it, and he's like much more knowing and jaded to things in general. But anyway, that just occurred to me.
I mean, two people that sort of know about quests or things that need to be done or whatever. You can have a chat to either of them if what's on the table isn't of interest to your characters, or you can do one of the things already there, or think of something yourself.
Well, let's see. And again, the options are rumors of fights in the docks.
Yep. The catacombs you haven't finished yet. You've done a chunk of them, but not all of them.
You can also probably just go out into the wilds and explore and
just do a patrol. Or go and chat to the people that sort of know about missions and quests and stuff. See if they've got anything new.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. How does Elevor feel? I might be inclined to see. I might be curious to find out to track down who had set up that altar to Vecna. I'm just kind of curious, just to be curious about who's watching over the mayor, as part of me just being curious about what's going on in this town, like who the power players are.
I mean, you'd both know that the cultural vector are evil, sadistic bastards. So it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, if they're even if only one of them are in town, it's a threat. So.
Gotcha.
I mean, like if you suggest something, Eliver's probably going to be like, okay. If you have like any inclinations at all, he'll go along with it.
Okay.
Unless there's some reason where he wouldn't, and there isn't for this thing. So,
unless you're the vector worshiper. No.
On advice of counsel, I make no comment.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what a worshiper of the god of secrets would. I keep secret, right? No. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I think. Let's see.
So how are you going to find out more? You're going to watch the map? You're going to go back to the catacomb where the shrine was and watch that, or something else?
I mean, I can my ability to transform into animals here means I could transform into like a songbird or a mouse or something like that, and some spying opportunities beyond just trying and failing to headbutt things as a bull.
Yeah. Okay.
So we could if Reckonus asked, Elevor could spend the day, or a couple days, sort of following the mayor around, in animal form.
Yep. Or even different animal forms throughout the day.
See if anyone's trailing him.
Yeah, I mean, I can roll to shape. You can roll to defy danger or something like that, or roll to investigate.
I'm not going to get you to roll to shapeshift. You've practiced enough. I think discern realities because you're closely study a situation or person. Okay. So while there's a montage of Elevor doing that, what's Fraxinius up to?
Oh, if I were going to look at things, I would be more inclined to take the personal approach and just ask around, just try to get to know people. Is there? I guess I could. Given the time I've spent ingratiating or just getting used to the Falcrest people, including my last carousing attempt, we haven't really. No, that's right. We did we carouse after clearing out the? Was that something?
No, you did it before. That's how you got some. There was a gnome warrior that went down with you.
No, that was recruit.
Yeah, our buddy, our what was his name again? I have to get my notes. Yeah, our gnome warrior, which is very amusing to me.
Callier Telgers.
Callier, that's right. I gotta pick up my notes here.
Where did I put those notes?
And
he's a dual flail wielding warrior.
I should commission some art for that because I think that would be a very amusing image. A gnome warrior with dueling flails. I mean, you don't see those every day. You can't just go to Pinterest and find one of those right away.
Okay.
So what's these? What's these?
Oh, there you go. Okay, now you're back.
Oh, okay. I popped out momentarily.
All right, so I rolled a 5 + 2 for discern realities.
7. So yeah, you get one question. I mean, you'd see the mayor meeting with probably 6 different groups of people throughout the day.
Yeah, so
or if you have a question that's not on the list.
Yeah, no, the list is good here. We sort of know who's really in control here because we know the guy who's been bribing the mayor. So I think what I want to ask is what here is not what it appears to be.
I kind of think nothing. This is all regular mayor daily business stuff. So, the mayor looked like he's cool, calm, and command of the situation. So all the people he's interacted with that you've seen, it's not the person that's blackmailing, because the mayor didn't seem scared or defer to them or nothing like that. So you can rule them out of the blackmail equation, but you haven't spotted the bad guy.
All right. After a day or two, I come back and report to Fraxinus.
It's not the butcher, it's not the baker, it's not the candlestick maker, it's not.
Yeah.
Great.
He didn't seem particularly upset or nervous or anything like that.
You could imply that it means he doesn't meet that person in broad daylight, but maybe he does. It's just the wrong day. Who knows? It does seem like the mayor does generally sort of govern the town or whatever. He doesn't seem like he's just down the pub all the time.
He actually takes his job seriously, I mean?
Well, at least some of the time. All right, and Fraxidius was doing meet and greet stuff.
Yeah, I think he would. Given that he's, if I recall correctly, I know I've spent at least some time ingratiating myself into the
there was generally chatting with
Fallcrest.
people. There was a carouse, and there was also like a party at one point. So, yeah, you've done that.
And of course, the Dragonborn we know best is Volresh, the cleric to Ayun. But she seems to be pretty much on the up and up. If I may, if I wanted to just based on what I've learned about the Dragonborn who live here, could I spout lore to determine who might be the closest to having a beef with the mayor? Would that be a spout lore, or would that be something else? Just based on
No, we can go with spout lore for that.
Okay, so 2 dice. My intelligence is it's still just +1. It's not. Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. My con is +2. All right, so +1. I'm going to call this spout lore. What Dragonborn has mayor beef? And roll. I've generated an 8 total. So you can tell me. So I guess I learned something interesting, but merely interesting.
That's something interesting.
Perhaps something interesting about that couple we met last session.
They're looking for a third now.
Color me interesting.
Not useful to the adventure, but still interesting. No, okay.
I'd be horrible. I'd be horrible. That really, I'm chaotic, so I hope that's not the case for their sake.
The mayor's, there's been like an election twice in the 10 years the mayor's been the mayor, and in both times people get sick or drop out at the last minute, so he kind of is won by default twice.
Was it Dragonborn who started running and then dropped out?
Yeah, one of the times, yeah.
Okay. Due to last minute dropouts. And those 2 elections in 10 years, were they regularly, or were there was it a regular set amount of terms or set length for the terms?
No, people just sort of whinge and get unhappy, then they're like, okay, fine, we'll have an election. Okay. And then they
it's kind of like ad hoc because they're not that
bullshit to everybody and tell them how much they'll make things better, and then don't. Okay.
So it's kind of like if there's a call of no confidence, then they have an election, not like a
yeah.
Sort of. Gotcha. Surely a sign of a young democracy at best. But we'd expect nothing else out of Fallcrest. But that is interesting.
Ilivor, you could do some shapeshifting and keep an eye on the Vecna Shrine.
Yeah.
It does mean you'll be down the dungeon on your own, but, you'll be a snake or a mouse or something.
Yeah, he's pretty good at escaping if he has to. So yeah, we can get I don't know what's the best animal for observing. Rat, probably.
Okay. I think, yeah, all right. As a rat, you would, late at night, you would notice someone, leaving the area of the shrine and heading up towards town.
Someone who is I can't make out who they are because they're in disguise of some sort.
Yeah, they've got their hood up and they're kind of glancing around every now and then. They definitely appear to be wary.
Oh yeah, no, I follow them.
Yeah, well, they go through the tunnels, go up to town, and they're kind of avoiding people in town. Whenever there's lots of people crossing the street, they'll just sort of wait in the shadows, wait till it's quiet, and then quickly go across. They keep their hood up so you don't see it by the lamplight or anything.
I follow them all the way back to wherever they're going. I don't know if you want me to roll something.
I guess it would be defy danger. Well, yeah, how you're as a rat, aren't you? So it's. I guess to think quickly because you don't want to get run over by a wagon. You don't want people to go, rat, and chuck a rock at you or whatever. So it's int.
That is an 8.
Okay. You can avoid the wagon that's about to run over you, but to do it, you'll be sort of right next to the suspected cultist, so they may spot you. Or you can just get run over by the wagon and take a bunch of damage, but not be spotted by the cultist.
Let's take that damage.
All right. A whopping 3 points of damage. You try to scurry away from the wagon, but it runs over your big squelchy tail.
The tail is left lying in the severed and left lying in the road as the rat scurries along, giving a little squeal, but otherwise is still intact.
All right. You keep following the cultist. So I'll say it's like 1 a.m. There's only about a quarter of the population up, and that anyway. Most people are in bed. It's cold. I can say that it starts snowing, and this guy goes into the back door of the tailor shop.
Yeah, I imagine there's a way for a rat to get into a building in the town like this with somewhat lax building codes.
Yep, fair. Don't really even need to roll for it. Yeah.
And I could roll the question like, do I do it in time to catch, the person something incriminating or revealing or something like that, or do I come in like right at the end and only get half the clue or something like that?
Well, the person, blows out the lantern, and you hear them put their cloak on the floor and climb into a bed, basically.
All right.
So you don't get to see them, but they're sleeping in the tailor's bed.
What do I know of the tailor?
Elevor doesn't strike me as someone that would spend a lot of time at the tailor's shop.
No.
You haven't heard of there's a new tailor in town, so they've probably been here a while.
I head out and report back to Fraxinus.
All right, this is at 1 a.m. I'm guessing Fraxinus is asleep, or
either asleep or at a bar, one of the two.
Yeah, it's not impossible that I'd still be awake. Given, let's see, I guess. Yeah, where would he be right now?
he could just be asleep and wakes up with a rat on his chest.
Yeah, maybe we should let's just go with that. Keep us get us back together. Yeah, squeak squeak, and yeah, I come to a startle when I see a rat. I imagine I would guess right away who this rat is, not and say, hey, what have you found? I decided that that Fraxinus's voice is like he doesn't. It's not like a loud whirring fire. It's more like like the beginning of a fire where it's just like sizzles with the occasional crack, with the occasional pop.
You were at the bar, you said, or
like
at home?
So he kind of sounds like it's more hissing voice. I'm sorry.
Where did you say you were? Where did you say you were?
Yeah, I'd probably just be at home sleeping.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I'd probably be at home sleeping.
Elevor just pops back in human form, says, I'm pretty sure it's the tailor is our Vecnan.
Tailor? Well...
Followed him all the way back from the shrine to the tailor shop, and she's not the tailor. The tailor's got a tenant we don't know about.
I see. Well, let's see. I guess the tailor is how successful is he? One of the more successful people in business? Does he have like a lot of competition, or has he got the market?
No, he's probably the only one in town. Not everyone has the money to get clothes fixed. They just let them get worse, sort of thing.
I see.
So elven male tailor, well dressed, well duh. So
well, I may stop by and have a talk with him tomorrow. Maybe unleash my my fairy, maybe practice my fairy ways to get under his skin and kind of find out what he's up to. So yeah, I think it might be time to get fitted for some winter robes. Is what I'm saying. Especially because I've still got like a bunch of. I should probably I probably should commission some suits because I do have like 100 coins. And if I'm going to be, making a figure of myself in Dragonborn society, I'm probably going to need more than basically what amounts to a loincloth, because my summer loincloth from my much warmer home climate. It's probably time to
definitely
see what's going on with the tailor. So I think that'll be my plan for tomorrow morning. Good work, Elivor. That's good. That's good info. Oh, by the way, what happened to you? You seem. Oh no, you would have healed up as soon as you turned back into human form, right?
Nope. I can immediately turn back into human form to negate damage, but in this case,
Okay. Something you
I
have to do.
absorbed it. So he's got
Got a sword. I guess a sore bottom, I guess.
Yeah, no, his trousers are sort of bloody.
Oh yeah. Oh, jeez. Let me get. Maybe I should get your replacement for those too while I'm at the tailor. We can both go.
No, I prefer to sew my own.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
But,
So you go to sleep, get up the next morning. All right.
yeah. I think I'd make my way to what's does the tailor? Do we have a name for the tailor?
Derek. All right. So Fraxinius is going to the tailor's. What's Elivor up to?
Oh, well, he goes home and he bandages himself up and just still limping around a little bit the next day. But he's been on like stakeout duty for like days. He's spending the day.
He's just gonna crash and wait.
He's gonna crash and like take care of his animals and all that. He's not a hippy dippy. He believes in the circle of life and all that. So like maybe he'll slaughter a chicken or something like that and cook himself up a good meal. But anyway, he's got this farm and he has to take care of it. He can't just keep ignoring it completely.
All right, so farm stuff. All right. All right. So yeah, you go into the Faxinius goes into the tailor shop, tailor's place. It's there's like wooden cross beams with clothes positioned on them, and that they wouldn't have proper mannequins or anything yet. So there's various garments of moderate and good quality. Nothing super flash, but nothing below average either.
Okay. I'll greet him good morning and introduce myself as Fraxinus from the Southern Climes, we'll say. I'm sure there's a proper name for the Southern Climes, but
yeah.
I've just I'll say that I've just recently settled into Fallcrest, and I find myself in need of winter garb, which is typically not a thing where I come from, but I plan on making a home here. So I was wondering if I could get perhaps a fitting and an estimate for a few sets of robes for various occasions, everyday, like formal wear, things like that.
Of course. Come in. You want a cup of tea or something?
That'll be delightful. I could even warm it myself. I use my burning brand to forge a teaspoon. I don't think it quite works like that.
We can say it does. That's all right.
Yeah.
So you hold the mug and warm it up, and it's very impressive. And he's he'll get you to stand up, hold the tea in one hand, so you can put the tape around your waist and under your armpits and all of that.
Sure. I'll raise small talk while I'm there. Ask him how business fares. I see that you're the only tailor in town, so business must be pretty good.
So are you trying to like size up? Is this guy a physical threat? Are you trying to find out information? What's your sort of goal with this encounter?
Oh, sure. So the goal would be me to use my give me feel, give me fire move. And I'll read the move right now. When you gaze intensely into someone's eyes, you may ask that their player or the GM, I presume, what fuels the flames of your desire. And that's in quotes. So I don't know if that's a specific phrase I have to use. I guess that's your call. But that is what the move says. The person will answer with the truth, even if the character does not know or would otherwise keep this hidden. And I know that there's no role involved. It's just a thing that happens. As long as
But my question is, what's your lead in? What's your segue to? How do you go from take my measurements to what's your desire?
Yeah, I know
that's a bit of a leap, you know.
Yeah, it definitely requires some massaging. I would imagine. Yeah, definitely. I can't just like jump at someone and just shout the phrase at them and get the trigger to move the trigger. So I would start by talking about raising small talk about his business. Compliment him by the fact that since he's the only tailor, he must be really good. Since he's got the market locked up. Ask how long he's been in Fallcrest. Just start by getting him to talk about what his life is like in the city and kind of get a sense for what his place is. After that, because I'll also make sure to ask a lot of questions about various fashion options in order to prolong the conversation, in order to build up to the move.
This seems like discern realities.
Sure. Yeah, I can. So that I mean, as like the prelude to pulling off the give me feel.
Yeah. This is how well you go from take my measurements to what is your desire.
I mean, he's already up close and personal, so I don't know. I'm just kidding. Let's see. So that's a wisdom thing.
Yeah,
so the modifier remains +1. So discern realities. Prelude to what fuels your desire.
Yeah. So Elevor, your animals are okay, but it is snowing, so they're taking shelter more, staying out of the wind because it's cold breeze.
Oh, here we go. I just donated a 5. So I'll give myself some experience, and then whatever. I can't remember what happens when you
whatever the GM wants.
Oh yeah, I guess that's always the case. But I can't remember. There's something specific for a failed discern reality. You get to tell me some bullshit that I absolutely believe.
Yeah. So you're not sure if this guy is a cultist or not. This guy seems like not threatening. He's pretty meek. Seems like a bit of a bookworm that just does tailoring on the side or something. It's just nothing aggressive about them at all. You kind of stumble into the conversation about, what are you doing this for? What's your desire? And when you recall the conversation later, I think you would recall him saying something about he wants arcane power.
Oh yeah.
But in the moment, you tell him what your desire is. What is that?
Oh, sure. So I think given what I just talked about, how I envisioned my character at the beginning of the session, I think what he wants is to show off how smart and what a dangerous thinker he is. And I think it's like kind of an ego thing as much as a educational, like wanting to educate people thing. That's how I interpret the specific chaotic alignment that's assigned to the emulator playbook. That he just wants to be the most cosmopolitan thinker in the room. That's
okay. He gives you a book to read and says, "Well, this will help you."
Wow.
While I'm making your clothes, you can read this over a couple of days or whatever. Have a read. I think you'll find this interesting.
Oh, it's very kind. That's delightful. I can't wait to get into it. What's the book? Is it like so, eat, pray, tell secrets?
It's more like eat, pray, gather secrets.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about how to advance towards your goals by interacting and learning what people's weaknesses are, and basically being a manipulative turd.
Oh, kind of the Prince of Fallcrest sort of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. And he wants arcane power. That's very interesting too.
Yeah.
Oh, how much do I have to pay ahead of time for the robes?
We'll say 10 coin, and that'll get you like a tunic, a robe, pants, and shirt.
Sweet. It's a good prelude to brand new wardrobe. I've just taken the coins off my inventory.
All right, so over to Elevor at the farm. Yeah, the animals are sort of staying out of the cold weather. Some of them are trying to come indoors with you as much as possible.
He's 100% down for a cuddle.
Yeah, I can see the goat taking over your bed, and
that goat. Better your bed than mine, which I'm sure he's done too. He's tried on one occasion whenever he's followed Elevor back to my place, because I remember he goes pretty clingy to me. Isn't that right?
Goat's cool. That's established. He's what's his name?
Nanny,
yeah.
wouldn't it?
That's right. He had a name. Oh, it's Wolf the donkey. No.
Yeah, the donkey's Wolf. The goat is I've got it in my notes somewhere here.
Let's see.
Fanny, and Fanny is cool. That's been established.
Okay. Yeah, a bunch of the chickens are sort of inside the house, and yeah, but you know, they're healthy. They're all right. Nothing bad's happening.
Yeah, he resets. Puts out more feed and mucks out the stable area and does what he needs to do. The animals, mostly take care of themselves. But they do need a little assistance every now and then.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you've gone to the tailor. You've helped her out in the farm. We'll say it's. Are you doing anything else that day, or you can skip the next day if you want? Or
I think I'll be reading the book that Garrick loaned me.
All right. So yeah, the book is. There are some good tips on sort of small talk to meet and greet and put people at ease, and then there's a lot of strong recommendations about this is how you pull their secrets out of them. Yeah, it's
certainly something that would fit the profile of a Vecna worshiper.
But it's yeah, kind of the blurb on the back and the description is like it's a self-help book, but it's like it's self-helping you to turn into a bit of a prick. Okay. I think that night, Elevor, you have a dream of there's sort of big hairy caterpillars, and they're just eating and eating, and as they keep eating, they get bigger and bigger as they're scoodging across the hills, coming towards Fallcrest.
Yeah, the Elevor is of course sensitive to what the spirits say and all that. Perhaps too sensitive, one might even argue. So he takes this seriously. He's also aware that your dreams are often figurative, but I think he goes and meets with Fraxenus and tells him, a spirit sent me a dream of caterpillars gorging themselves as they threaten Fallcrest. You look out for the metaphorical interpretations of this. I'm going to go take a flyabout.
Okay, well, metaphorically, caterpillars tend to turn into butterflies. Perhaps, you could think of the butterfly as a brand new suit of appearance for the caterpillar, given that I've just been talking about, given that our lead candidate for the Vecna worshiper is a tailor. There could be a metaphorical connection there.
And then Elevor turns into a vulture and flies up and just like does a lot of like real high level soaring, looking down from 1,000 feet up or whatever. sort of scouting out all around the town, looking for any physical threats that may be approaching.
Okay, let's do discern realities. It's bloody cold. The wind is real cold on the thermals should coldals. They're just there. Freezing your feathers off. Holy crap. Okay. 3 questions. You don't have to limit yourself to, giant caterpillars or whatever. You can see all sorts of stuff up there. So,
what should he be on the lookout for?
Okay. You can't see any big threats aside from. Actually, yeah. What the hell? Yes, you can. There's a blizzard on the way.
What here is not what it appears to be.
Aside from the druid in vulture form. There's still a fair bit of river traffic, which is a bit weird because you'd think, in the colder weather, less people would be going out on the river. It'd be too cold, but it still looks busy as ever. Yeah.
What's about to happen?
Blizzard. You've got about an hour before the blizzard hits.
All right, yeah, I wing it back home and warn people if I probably in about 15 minutes to spare. Everyone get home. There's a blizzard coming on, and then I as the first flakes start to fall, I'm bundling all the animals into the barn and house. Actually, I think he's got one of those medieval style dual layer homes where there's a sort of a half submerged barn on the bottom of the house where the big animals go.
Yeah.
And then their body heat radiates up and helps keep the split level on top warm.
Okay, so I mean it was snowing, but the snow's getting heavier, and you're saying there's a blizzard on the way. You heard the animals, and a few people sort of nearby. We'll say 100 people nearby. Sort of, oh, okay, they start hurrying off and spreading the word. Fraxinius, what are you doing?
Okay, so having heard about the blizzard, this is still the same. Yeah, this is still the same day of that I met Garrick. Is that correct?
Derek, no, that was yesterday. This is a day later.
Okay, it's a day later. Gotcha. Well, I know it's going to be a couple of days before it's time to go back for my robes. I assume that's not now, right?
No, that's tomorrow.
Okay. In that case, I will. Let's see. I'll hunker. I may. I am going to. You know what? I'm going to stop by. Make sure Volrash has gotten the word about the impending blizzard, and maybe ask if the elf tailor has ever made occasion to stop by the Temple of Ayun.
No. I have met him. He's an odd fellow. Whenever I've tried to talk to him about, he's always busy and has to rush off. He doesn't talk to me much. He's never came here though.
I will see fit to share what we know with Volrash about.
Which Gas drops the flower pot she was carrying, and
yes.
Surely you can't be serious.
Please, first of all, please, my name is not Shirley. It's No, but yes, my good friend Elivor, who you remember, of course, he followed he. Well, first of all, we haven't even told her about the altar. We first of all we found an altar to Vecna underneath in the catacombs, or at least not the catacombs, but the tunnels under the city.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't the catacombs proper yet. And we in fact wanted to find out who was worshiping there, and my good friend laid low in the form of a rat and followed someone and found someone, a cloaked figure, who from the altar to Garrick's tailor shop. And I visited him, and he seems the type. Let's just say that. As far as yeah, I know he hungers for arcane power. Not that that's in itself bad, because of course I've spent the past couple of weeks studying the arcane scrolls here, but so that's not bad in itself. But he also likes to study the art of manipulation and the deriving of secrets. He in fact has literature on the matter, which is kind of suspicious for someone who also spends time hanging around an altar of Vecna, don't you think?
Very suspicious.
Yeah, and I'm assuming. Am I correct in assuming that that Ayun and Vecna are kind of like arch enemies?
Yes.
Knowledge versus secrets. The sharing of knowledge versus the keeping of secrets.
Yeah, knowledge for the advancement of, understanding and civilization versus let's screw over everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. So given that you're a cleric of Ayun, I behooved it necessary that we share this knowledge with you.
Yeah, well, by all means, if you get the opportunity to knock him out and drag his ass here, please do so. I think he's dropped out. Good timing.
10-minute break, 5-minute break, whatever.
Yeah. Gonna have a bio break. Oh, cold. All right. Yeah, so we're just having a quick break if you need to grab a cup of tea or whatever. Is it?
Hello?
Frozen again. Hello, yeah. Yeah, we're just having a couple of minutes break if you want something to drink or whatever.
Yeah, I did take the time to grab some water, so thanks. Seems like my luck lasted about an hour, which is horrible. Before I lost my connection. Hopefully, it won't be another hour before. Hopefully, it won't.
Okay. It's been raining for about 15 hours here, so everything's very wet outside.
Oh. Sorry to hear that. It's been a lovely day here in Cleveland, Ohio. I was just at a. It's funny you had Garrick loan me a book, because I was just at a big used book sale before I got home and dialed it or connected it to the game.
Okay, so oh, Lake Erie. Okay, so you're near Detroit and Buffalo and.
That's right. Yeah, Detroit's like maybe 3 hours away or so.
Okay. Have you been to QCC, the convention in Buffalo?
I haven't been to Buffalo yet, actually. Although I do have a friend who lives in the Buffalo area.
Yeah, there's a role-playing group called Misdirected Mark, and they're in the Buffalo area.
That sounds
yearly.
familiar.
Yeah, some of them
Australian
I've played with Gauntlet people before,
Okay.
but they're actually the ones that put me on the Dungeon World.
Oh, nice.
I was sick of D&D and Pathfinder. I wanted something that floated a lot quicker, and they're like, "Oh, try this out." So, all right,
Yeah.
I'll listen to a bunch of actual play first, and then this is for me.
Yeah, that's what I appreciate about the system. It was a lot more streamlined. And I really enjoyed the crunch of Pathfinder, but yeah, for a while. But then I wanted a break from that. So
Yeah,
yeah, I find that it's a good system to introduce people to D&D.
Yeah.
Even though it's just a very derived iteration of it.
yeah, it's cheaper and quicker. Yes, alrighty. Okay. All right, and we're back. All right, so, yeah, the blizzard sort of hits town. People are, you can't see more than 20 feet down the street. I guess Volrash will say, staying for dinner.
Oh yes, I may very as well.
Because if you don't leave now, you may not have a choice. With the blizzard.
True. Yeah, it's yeah, it sounds like that'll be wonderful. Thanks. Is she? Although, did I meet her at the Temple of Ayun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is kind of her house is next to it anyway. It's
okay. Are there other does she have like a lot of acolytes around, or is it a small?
No, it's just her.
Okay. Who knows? I might be tempted to try to pull the whammy on her too, just because I can't. I might not be able to help myself at this point.
Oh, the what is your
what
secret desire thing?
Yeah. It depends on how dinner goes, of course, but we could just skip over that if we want to get back to the Vecna chase.
All right, we'll just go to the farm for a moment. So yeah, you're battening down the hatches or whatever at the farm, I guess, Elevor. You're muted.
It is what one does when a blizzard comes in and one's a farmer. He's,
batten down something. Find something to batten down.
Yeah. If he gets too cold, it'll shapeshift into something with a warm coat of fur.
Oh.
That's cheating, that is.
Hey. Why not?
Dear. Yeah, we got a corgi, and I'm like, bloody dog, he's got such a thick thing of fur. I'm heaps jealous. Alrighty. So, all right. Yeah, it's windy. It's snowing. The animals are a bit scared, but they're all kind of huddled in groups. There's a couple of lambs over there, a couple of chickens over there, an owlbear sharing the bed with Fanny. No, just kidding about that.
Hey, Fanny's got a very robust social life. I tell Fanny that they have to be back home by 10 p.m.
I just meant for warmth, but fair enough. All right. Yeah. So you, Fraxinius can, chat away with Volrush.
Yeah, I'll help out as well to.
Oh, it's mostly studying. It's not like physical work to do or whatever.
Okay, I didn't know if there was any blizzard prep that was recorded here also.
Well, yeah, she would just say, we're, it's getting colder. I've got a rug by the fire. We can lay there and.
It doesn't sound very romantic, and for whatever it's worth, Fraxinus is very much into it to the extent that that Volrash is as well, of course. But whatever.
Yeah, she's kind of not prudish. She's just, oh, cool, throw some blankets down, starts getting undressed, and then
All right.
We can fade to black and off you go.
Indeed.
All right. Yep. Someone got an alarm. Okay. How does this storm go? Okay. So it lasts for about 4 hours. And then it's still snowing and windy, but it has died down enough for people to sort of go outside, or if they want to. So, yeah, the next morning, it's cold, snow everywhere. Elevor, what are you up to?
He makes sure that the animals have a big stack of hay and other fodder.
It's dropped out. All right.
And then look at my sheet here.
Sorry about that.
All right.
I'm on my phone again.
He's still concerned about this vision he had about the swarm of caterpillars devouring everything as they move closer and closer to town. And he's pretty convinced that this is either metaphorical giant gorging caterpillars rather than a physical swarm, as is usually the case with these sort of dreams. I guess, what do I know about, various gods and dangers and all that might be represented by a plague of insects?
This sounds like a spout lore thing. It's consult your accumulated knowledge. So yeah, roll +int.
That's an 8.
What do we got? Insects. Well, there's Tiamat, evil god of wealth, greed, and envy. They're all about sort of consumption and devouring, and but there's also Vecna, which is the evil god of undead because they feed on souls.
Okay. Volrash was the cleric, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go see Volrash. Maybe encounter Fraxinus there.
Well, you can say this is like mid-morning or whatever, so
yeah,
gotcha.
Everyone's awake and dressed and everything.
Oh, didn't expect to see you here.
Oh well, I let Volrash know what we had uncovered about the Vecna altar, and then the blizzard strayed me here for a bit.
I don't think we've heard the last of Vecna. My dream, the devouring insects, that could be Vecna. That Vecna could be posing a threat of some sort.
Based on that, you mean Vecna could be the threat that was alluded to in your dream vision thing.
Indeed.
Well, Volrash has invited us to take Garrick to her for some questioning, if that's something you'd be game for. Because she is concerned as well as we are about his likely connection to the worship of Vecna.
Wouldn't it just be easier to take Volrash to Derek?
I suppose we could. Yeah, what does Volrash think about that?
Rather than dragging a prisoner across town.
Oh, I don't know. I guess did Volrash want to bring him here for to the temple for any particular reason, like home field advantage, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess since Vecna and Ayun are kind of like arch nemesis, perhaps questioning Garrick within the temple to Ayun would give us an advantage, perhaps.
All right. Doesn't look like anyone's at the tailor's shop today. The door's shut. There's no open sign or anything. It's shut and no one's answering the door.
Well, it looks like a little mouse is going to go in and check things out.
All right. Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll. You can turn into a mouse. In you go. No one in there.
We just had a fresh snowfall. Are the tracks leading away from the shop?
See, there you go, thinking again. Yep. Yes, there are. But there's tracks all over the place because lots of people come out after the blizzard. So
I'll also turn into a dog and get
on wet snow. Kind of. Okay, it's discern realities.
Yeah. Well, so I'm going to turn into a dog and take with my new ability called Formcrafter. When I shapeshift, choose a stat, I take +1 ongoing to rolls using that stat while shifted.
Okay.
And I am going to take a +1 to Wisdom. And you get to the DM. You get to choose a stat 2 that I take -1 ongoing to rolls while I'm in this form.
I'm going to say charisma. You're still getting used to how your tongue and your jaw works. So you go blah, 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 blah.
Real ugly dog.
It's more you can't express yourself as well as you used to because you're getting used to how your face works. But maybe you got the wisdom bonus because there's like a sepia flashback of you chatting with the animals all night during the blizzard, and you're talking about what you do during the day and how you get through the day. You found it very insightful.
I was thinking more like the keen sense of smell is providing me an edge.
Yep. Alrighty.
And despite all that, I rolled snake eyes.
Okay.
That's a 1 + 1 + 3 for a 5.
Snake eyes is bad. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's
so maybe you went past behind the butcher's shop and he cut off some meat that was getting a bit old, and you're like, oh, this looks tasty. Yum nom nom. Oh crap, where are the tracks? but you had a free feed. It's not all bad.
Even though I don't actually need to eat, I just enjoy it.
Yep. This tastes so good. Okay, but I mean, where the shrine is. You could just go there.
Yeah, I mean that was the next thing. Like, if we can't talk to him, we can go to the shrine, and it's just the two of us. For Volrash isn't with us.
I would assume that Volrash is preparing the temple for the questioning. The gaining of knowledge is how she'd probably put it. Oh, one more thing. I'll probably want to end a little, wrap up in about a half hour. Is that okay if we end the game a little, or the session a little?
Yeah,
early?
that's fine.
Works
Okay.
for me.
Okay, just wanted to give a heads up so you'd have time to prepare and make sure it was okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah, she'll wait in the shrine. You go down to the catacombs. Now, I presume you're meeting up with Fraxinius before you're going down. You're not just wandering down as a dog on your own.
I think no, we were together. Like I was helping.
Okay.
Like there's no reason for like I would have gone off after the tracks and he would have just like hung out at the tailor shop.
I was following you, and then of course I roll my eyes when I see that you've led us to the butcher shop.
Okay.
So yeah, into the catacomb.
You come down the catacombs. Are you still in as a dog?
Yeah.
All right. I'll
Like,
get you to
basically
do.
gives you a buffer as a free free soak an attack if it comes up.
All right, I'll get you to do discern realities. So see what smells are in the catacombs that were there before and you didn't notice, or that are new.
That's a 4 + 3, 7.
Okay. Do you want to pick a certain realities questions, or do you want me to just put it as things you're smelling? Or
Now, what should you be on the lookout for?
pig or boar. There's some sort of pig or boar nearby.
What here is not what it appears to be.
Well, there's a smell on this section of wall, but there's no door here.
Haven't we encountered a boar before? Or no, it was Elevor turns into a boar
Yeah.
before.
Yep.
Okay. What happened here recently?
Yeah, you can smell a male elf went that way, which is towards where the gnome coffins are. But the pig smell ends here on this wall.
All right, I pop back into human shape after sniffing around, and or Foxinus, there's I think there's a secret door here. Something that smells like a pig went through here, but
Okay. I guess I could light up a burning brand to get some extra illumination here to see if we could see the makings of like the frame of a hidden door, perhaps.
Okay. You can sort of wave the torch around, and you notice it flicker in a certain way when there's a little bit of extra air going in one direction or the other. Yeah, there's a secret door. You can actually move it aside. You're in an east-west corridor. But
where was this the secret door that we found?
It's on the southern wall.
Of which tunnel?
You're in an east-west tunnel that you hadn't been down before you went way north and kind of circled around.
Oh boy.
You think of a square, you're on the bottom line of the square. The previous time you were in here, you went up the left, across the top, and down the right. So, yeah.
I mean, so we entered, and we went east. We encountered some zombies. Then we went south.
No, you went north and then east. This time you've just gone straight east.
Okay.
But yeah, you won't get lost. Don't worry about that. So yeah, there's a secret door on the southern wall, or you could keep going east to where the gnome coffins are.
Oh yeah, the gnome coffins. I forgot about those.
I mean, I'm all down for the pig.
Yeah, I'll follow your lead on that, Elevore. Whoops.
All right, so you move the secret door aside. Tunnel goes south for a bit, opens up into a 20 by 30 foot chamber. So it looks like there's a fairly sort of, I don't know, guy in his 30s, fairly hairy, lying on a straw pallet. There's some human bones in the corner.
I think we got ourselves a werebore.
Werebore. Where there, boar? How do you figure that? Well, I guess why would a regular boar be in a hidden catacomb, I suppose?
They're just sleeping on the pallet at the minute. It's fairly dark and cold in here. You can still smell pig because Elevor's quite familiar with it. I presume you've got some pigs on your farm.
Well, do we happen to know? Is there a way to force the transformation of a werebore? Is there like a ritual for that, for example?
Yeah, well, you can poke them with something silver.
Oh.
Probably not going to make them happy, but
But you suppose it might actually trigger a transformation against the form?
Would that be adventuring tools to
sure.
Get a little bit of silver knife or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be delighted. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Let me let's see. I think I had it. I had the sheet somewhere. Let me just click on the link again. All right. So, shall I do the honors?
Sure.
All right. Adventuring gear down to 2 out of 5, and we just modify that. Let me just make that edit so I don't forget. Nice. And yes, I'll go ahead and do the honors of striking with would it be a silver blade?
Yeah. I'm presuming you're just going to jab it. You're not going to.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, I just wanted to force the transformation back into human form so that we could do a proper question.
It is in human form, right?
Yeah, it's just hairy.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
a hairy guy.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing I'll keep it handy just in case we need it. But maybe should we just hey, could you like maybe could Elevore maybe perhaps transform it to a snake and constrict it? Or that is that a thing that could happen?
A boa constrictor is not really native to my biome.
Oh, gotcha. Well, in that case, perhaps
there are smaller, like venomous snakes that I could transform into, rattlesnakes and the like. But
now that I think about it, that might be put you at unnecessary risk. Perhaps we should just have some rope on hand, maybe another judicious use of adventuring gear.
All right. Elevore, how do you know this person?
Well,
as I get closer, it's the town butcher. Whose name is Salamax. And I do most of my own butchering myself when I have to kill some animals, but I've had plenty of interactions with Salamax over the years. Worked with him when I've put, slaughtering a cow or something like that, something big and more work than a chicken or something like that. So I know him decently well. He's butchers usually aren't the most gregarious people.
No.
Their line of work sort of alienates them a little bit from people, but
Yeah.
Elevor's not the most gregarious person either, so they've always got along okay.
All right. So are you going to wake him up or?
What do I know about wereboars?
I mean, they're not like berserk psychotic, but they do have a temper if you piss them off. So,
it's not like a werewolf where like there should be a clear and obvious danger to the community.
yeah.
Okay, so not
But not like a
necessarily, no.
bear, which are, if I remember correctly, those are good.
Well, yeah, it depends on the person. But you've chatted with this guy a few times, and he didn't seem. He enjoys his work, but you wouldn't be a butcher if you didn't, You'd have to.
Yeah. I pick up a pebble and I toss it at him just to wake him up.
Oh, and he sort of rubs his eyes and sits up.
Hello, Salamax.
Elevor?
I feel like there's something you need to tell us.
Oh, I don't remember falling asleep here. Yeah.
What
All
about
right.
those human bones?
Oh, yeah. Look, we didn't mention this with the town guard or anything, but there was some cultist guy following me. So I, lured him into the woods and ganked his ass.
A cultist guy?
And he fishes around in his pack. Had one of these. And it's a, symbol of Vecna.
Was it the tailor?
No. I don't know what he used to do. I just know he was following me. And when I confronted him, he tried to flee. And it just really pissed me off, so I killed him.
When was this?
A week ago.
And we've seen the tailor since then.
Oh, yeah, you only saw the tailor 2 days ago. Who's your scaly friend over here?
Oh, this is Fraxinus. He's also got a bit of a temper.
He sort of smirks and nods.
And we also have we've been looking into the Vecna situation.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that the Vecnans are up to something.
Well, kind of what
they
do,
usually
isn't it?
are, I suppose, but it's sort of their whole thing.
Well, he's stretching and putting his gear on or whatever, which is just, more warmer clothes than that.
You take, he didn't have any papers on him, did he?
No.
Well, I like you, Salamax. You should try not to kill people, though. It's not going to end well if you keep doing that. Vecnans is okay. Why? It's hard to explain. You understand?
Well, I gotta clean up and go to work.
Right, keep an eye out, Salamax.
Hey, if we find more of these cultists causing trouble, do you want in on the action?
Yeah, all right.
Good man. Good man.
It's really quiet down here, so you can bring them here if you need to.
Oh. Yeah, we've just so you know, we've also got the cleric of Ayu on our side in this. So hopefully, between the four of us, I hope we can neutralize whatever secret evil they're holding in this place.
Alrighty. Yeah, he's just nodding. All right, I gotta get to work. I'll catch up with you two later.
Once he's out of earshot, I ask Elivor, do you think he's going to find out about that meat you stole from him?
About the meat? What?
Yeah, didn't you work on some meat at the butcher shop?
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, mum's the word. We'll keep that secret, which is ironic given that we're hunting down secret worshippers.
All right. Yeah, so from here, you can go north to where all the wangling tunnels were, and actually, that would be past the Vecna Shrine, wouldn't it? Yeah, so you can go back to the Vecna Shrine from here. You can go to the
Vecna Shrine, I think.
Yeah, that's just to the
And
north.
there's nothing there that we can go to the gnome coffins, but those are right past the Vecna Shrine, if my map is at all accurate.
Yep. Yeah, and there was a locked door before an alternative way up. So yeah, Vecna Shrine's gnome coffin or the locked door.
Vecna Shrine first.
All right, so that was where the cloakers were, and you killed 9 of them from memory. Two randy little buggers they were. Okay, yeah, well, the altar's still there.
Investigate it for any signs of recent disturbance, any new offerings of secrets or anything like that.
So you're having a look around. So Elivor's looking at the shrine. Derek comes out of the shadows with a knife going for Elivor's back. What are you doing, Fraxinius?
I'll try to get in between and in between Garrick and Elivor. So I guess that'd be a defend.
Yeah, we defend.
Now I don't. Could you please repost the link to the rolling room? I've lost the link to it. Thank you. First, oh, it looks like I can't get back into the page for some reason. Would someone do the honors of rolling on my? And let me know what stat you're rolling with so I can tell you which.
I was just doing 2d6 is 8.
Oh, okay.
Plus con is 10.
Yes.
So, yeah, so you get the hold 3. You can redirect an attack to yourself. You can halve the effects. You can open up the attacker to an ally or deal damage to the attacker equal to your level. That doesn't really seem worth it unless you're like high level.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, given that some of the low level, low level creatures in this game don't really have that many hit points, so I can see it being worthwhile for that. Like if we're going up against a 3 hit point creature, that would be worth it. Anyway, so I can choose 3 of those.
Yep.
I would like to take the hit. Take the hit for myself. Open him up to Lavor's attack, and
Have the effects.
yeah. So I would take. So I take the damage, and it'll be halved.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay, so 2 points of damage.
Okay. And so that's okay.
And you would probably have a debility on Dex.
Okay.
There's like a nerve agent, and you're starting to slow down a bit.
Okay. So let's see what.
However, he stopped a lot of damage happening to Elevor. This person's, this Derek, the evil tailor, has lunged out of the shadows with their knife. Fraxini has chopped it away. What are you going to do?
Turning into a wolf and tackling him. The goal is to I pounce on his chest, trying to knock him down. The goal is to restrain him more than do damage.
Okay. All right.
So
Roll your shape
if matters. Yep. That's boxcars. 14 plus 2. I will take a +1 to strength for this, and you can choose what I have a penalty to.
Int.
Okay.
Maybe nearly getting stabbed in the back has pissed you off, and you're not thinking clearly.
And then defy danger.
So, are you trying to hurt him or pin him down?
I'm trying to pin him down. Is my primary goal. If any hurting is incidental, but the primary goal is to tackle him and restrain him. Big growling wolf standing on his chest, jaws nipping at his throat.
I'm still going to say it's hack and slash, so roll plus strength.
All right, that's +1 now. That's a 10.
Yeah. All right. So you pinned him down, so he can't stab either of you.
My damage is +D6.
And I think he's looking at Fraxini and saying, "Join us. We can offer you many secrets."
4 damage.
Just walk away from this tree hugger.
Wolf just sort of growls and nips just a millimeter away from his. It actually just sort of brushes the skin. Maybe a little blood wells up around the throat.
And he's like, come on, secrets can be yours. And his eyes are sort of swirling a bit.
I'll say that I'm fully capable of acquiring my own secrets, especially with that book you loaned me.
Bam.
I can't talk in this form, so you're gonna have to do the interrogation here, or tie him up or whatever.
Yeah, he's trying to wriggle out.
Okay, so I guess he would. I would start by asking why are you poking into the mayor's business? Like why is it his secrets you're offering to your god?
The people of power always have interesting secrets. They're more value than, I kicked over some dung today at the farm.
Okay. So, all right. That's fair. It's not a personal beef against the mayor. I can appreciate that. But how many, next I'd ask, I know you've lost track of one of your compatriots recently, like a week ago. Isn't that right?
Yeah. My brother.
Oh, brother. So is this a family affair?
Oh, just the two of us.
Oh. Does he seem truthful?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's.
You can replenish our numbers. You can enhance your pass and embrace secrets and advancement.
We should take him back to the temple for more thorough interrogation.
That's right. Yeah, let's. You're gonna. We have a friend who'd like to who's very curious about, who's even more curious about your activities as we are. Although, yeah, yeah, you're still in wolf form. So, how do we get him there? Is the next question.
I mean, you can tie him up,
True. Yeah, I could just.
and then I can go back out once we no longer need the wolf to keep him down.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that thing.
All right. So you can tie him up and take him up
Make
to
sure.
town.
Well, to make sure he's not carrying any other knives or other doodads on him.
Cyanide pills, the like.
It's got some jars. I don't know about that big, but 2 inches diameter.
Well, we can have a look at that ourselves after later. But we'll divest them of those. And how easy would it be to get him to the Temple of Ayun from here without being seen?
Without being seen.
It's too bad. It's almost too bad Salamax isn't here, because I get a sense that he knows these tunnels a lot better than we do. If he's got a secret hideout here.
I mean, what time of day did you go down? Did you go down the middle of the day, or because I thought it was like mid-morning?
Yeah, we started out pretty early.
Okay.
I mean, you have been given a mission by the cleric of the town. You could just marching through the streets.
That
We also like hood him so that people can't tell who we're marching through the streets if we want.
right.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I forget that Volrash is a respected member of the community. I assume that is the case, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. All right. So you take it with the cleric, and we can end with that scene and do end of session moves
Oh, cool.
because you wanted to head off. So
Yeah, it's about that time.
Okay. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Oh.
Fanny has an active social life.
We learned that the Vecnans are much more active in the community, I guess.
Yes. And that we
like it's not just like some random guy who has like made an offering once. We know that there's like an active cult here.
Yeah. All right. To overcome a notable monster enemy. I mean, the blizzard. Kind of.
maybe that not so much.
Yeah. Loot a memorable treasure. No. Bugger it. I'm going to say you found a brazier in the shrine this time. And I don't mean a bra, I mean a
Yeah, like a fire thing.
fireball thing.
Shade.
Is that worth money, or does it have ritual value, or
All of the above.
Bladeful. We can. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll look at that more next time. That's
Yeah.
right. So I just made a note about that one. So yeah, you get 2 XP from that, plus whatever failure XP. Oh, hang on. Crap. You got alignment as well. So
I help something grow, I think. Working with my animals and all that.
So, elephant was good. Ignore danger to aid another. Lead other to do. Give up powers of riches and greater good.
Like my specific alignment thing is help something or someone grow.
Yeah, so you attending to your farm, so you get 1 for that. But reveal a dangerous lie. You've been working to uncover Vecna cult, so I think that you actually get 1 for that too.
Like both?
Yeah.
Hey, then that's level 4.
Nice.
Ding. All right.
Does that count as an adventure thing or an alignment thing?
It's an alignment thing.
Oh, also note that I'm good.
So you've got reveal a corruption, break an unjust law, defeat a tyrant, reveal hypocrisy. I mean, you've been working to reveal corruption.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so you get 1 for that.
Oh, delightful.
Okay.
Looks like I've reached 3rd level myself.
Nice.
I can work on that next week.
All right. I gotta have a chat with see what's going on. All right. Do you have any stars or wishes?
I'm very curious about Salamex. I think he's an interesting fellow. And this is a fun session. I dug the way we worked into investigating and getting to know people around here. So I definitely trying to, as far as like wishes are concerned, besides like maybe finding out a little more about Salamex, I'm also still curious about those gnome tombs and what they may mean for our gnome buddy, Callier. I don't want to lose track of that character yet because he's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
What do you think, David?
We've got only a couple of sessions left here, and I'm actually have to miss next week. But would love it, if we got some hints that maybe there's something building. Would love for this to build up to something big and climactic for the final session.
Is tomorrow? Or I thought there was some more still.
There's some more. A couple
I still
more,
had like 4 or 5 left. What I might do is not have next week because I got some stuff on as well.
Okay.
And then I'll try and do 2 or 3 in a row, sort of weekly after that. I